Hello, welcome to Just the Dis. My name is Brian. We talk about Blu-rays here, and I just want to do a quick unboxing for you guys. I have the new Severin Films package for April, which includes Santa Sangre in 4K and some Animal Attacks movies. And I've already sort of pre-decellophaned them, just so I can show you basically what you're getting if you ordered this package, or if you're considering getting any of these releases standalone. This is what it looks like. Let's start with the big one, the 4K. Alejandro Jodorowsky's Santa Sangre. Now I'm going to level with you guys. I thought I had seen this movie. I've actually owned this movie in multiple, at least one Blu-ray, maybe a DVD. And I'm now coming to realize I don't know if I've seen it. And so this is exciting that, sometimes you feel weird about that. You're like, wow, I could have sworn I had. But then you come upon an opportunity to see it for the first time in 4K. And suddenly you're like, well, actually, that's not the worst thing in the world. This is pretty cool to be able to see it the first time this way. So so far, the 4Ks that I've seen from Severin Films have been really good. And so this is a really sweet looking release. Look how thick this is. This is a really good sized set. I'll read the features in a minute, but let me just show you what the inside looks like. So you have your one side and then the other, and then inside we have some more lovely artwork, and there's some there are some lobby cards that come with this. Really nice glossy lobby card, like postcard size things. Those are really cool. And then inside we have, it looks like 4 discs. So let's talk about that. You have a lot of stuff. So you have your 4K. Then you have your Blu-ray feature. Then you have your special features, and then you have, okay, I'm getting carried away. You have your soundtrack CD as well. So this is a really definitive release for sure. If you look at the back here, you can see that you have a bunch of stuff. All right, let's talk about this. So disc 1 and number 2, the Blu-ray, are the feature. So you have Santa Sangre feature. You have an audio commentary with Alejandro Jodorowsky and journalist Alan Jones. You have New Blood, Alejandro Jodorowsky on the restoration of the film, deleted scenes with commentary from him, and a trailer. And then disc 3, you have a whole bunch of features here. Forget Everything You've Ever Seen, The World of Santa Sangre, feature-length documentary, very nice. Severin's really good about including feature-length documentaries as extras, which I think is a really classy move. Really good stuff. So I'm excited to check that out. Then you have Like a Phoenix, interview with producer Claudio Argento. Holy Blood, interview with cinematographer Danielle Nanuzzi. Mexican Magic, interview with executive producer Angelo Lacano. The Language of Editing, interview with editor Mauro Bonanni. Innocence and Horror, interview with screenwriter Roberto Leone. Santa Sangre 30th anniversary celebration at the Morbido Festival, Mexico City. Then you have Goyo Cardenas Spree Killer, a documentary on the real-life inspiration for Santa Sangre. Jodorowsky 2003 interview. Jodorowsky on stage Q&A. Adam Jodorowsky short film. Wow, there's so much stuff here. And then on that 4th disc, you have the Santa Sangre original soundtrack. So this is a definitive release if I have ever seen one. And I can't wait. Based on the 4Ks I've seen from Severin, this is going to look great. So very excited about that. Let's get into the Animal Attacks. One of my favorite things, actually, is Animal Attack films. And we can talk about Grizzly. I'm wearing my Grizzly shirt. This is one of my favorite Animal Attacks films, period. It is one of my favorite Jaws knockoffs. It features Christopher George, Andrew Prine, Richard Jekyll, and others. And instead of Amity Island, you have a sort of national park campground that is having a problem with a grizzly bear. Territoriality of the grizzly bear, who is sort of definitely making having his way with the guests. Let's put it like that. And if that even includes ripping their arms off and throwing them through the air, which is definitely an interesting thing to have in a PG-rated movie. But then again, that's the 70s PG for you. So this is what this wonderful slipcover looks like. I really like this. There's a lot of artwork options here. This is the back of the slipcover, sides. I can pop this out. Then you have the disc artwork, and there's actually a reversible other side. So if you want the traditional poster artwork there, you can switch it to that. So lots of artwork options, all of them great on this Blu-ray. This is the third time I think I've bought this on Blu-ray. That's how much I like this movie. You can see Chris George with a bazooka there. That's some fun stuff. And Richard Jekyll's very good in this as well. Okay, so you got your features here. You have Nightmare USA author Stephen Thrower on the career of William Girdler. This, of course, directed by the late, great William Girdler, who did a lot of interesting films, including the next one I'm going to talk about, The Manitou, Abby, a really intriguing filmmaker that had his career cut down too quickly, unfortunately. Died in a helicopter crash while he was still very young and could have made a lot more films. So that's always a tragic thing to think about. But anyway, so hearing Stephen Thrower on his career sounds wonderful. Stephen Thrower, one of my favorite film historians. Then you have Making Movies with William Girdler, audio interview with business partner and friend J. Patrick Kelly III, accompanied by his personal collection of stills, posters, and newly scanned 8mm home movies. Very cool. The Towering Fury interview with actor Tom Arkaraji. Grizzly Details interview with producer David Sheldon and actress Joan McCall. Audio commentary with Mondo Digital's Nathaniel Thompson and film writer Troy Howarth. Those guys are a great pair. I always enjoy their commentaries. I think they have a great chemistry, and they often do Italian commentaries, but I've enjoyed all the commentaries from them that I've heard. So I look forward to that. Movie Making in the Wilderness, a vintage making of, and Jaws with Claws, archival featurette. So a very, very nice release of Grizzly, maybe the last one I'll ever buy. So happy about that. We have another William Girdler here with Day of the Animals. What happened on the Day of the Animals? And this is my favorite artwork for this. I actually have the one-sheet poster that has this artwork on it, and it's actually one of my favorite 70s posters, period. Like, I just really love the people reflected in the eyes of the bear and everything. Here's the reverse side artwork, and then we have the interior. I like that artwork as well. That's good stuff. And then we probably should have, do we? Yep, we have that old artwork as well. So again, lots of nice artwork on these for the collector who likes to change things up. And so we have a ton of features on this one. That's what the disc looks like. And so in terms of features, this one, well, I should just say, just when you thought it was safe to go back into the wilderness, director William Girdler and producer Edward Montoro sought to top their surprise blockbuster Grizzly with a bigger budget, larger cast, and even more nature gone berserk carnage when a hole in the Earth's ozone layer triggers bloodthirsty madness throughout the animal kingdom. All mankind, particularly a group of tourists on an overnight hike, will become their prey. Christopher George, again, this time with Linda Day George, Richard Jekyll, again, Michael Ansara, Andrew Stevens, and Leslie Nielsen in one of his most insane performances ever. Just gets absolutely nuts, tears his shirt off, goes crazy. I don't think I've seen him quite as nuts as in this movie, and that is saying something, and that is entertaining. Okay, so this is great. Again, Nightmare USA author Stephen Thrower on the career of distributor Edward L. Montoro. Nature Boy, interview with actor Bobby Porter. Against Nature, interview with actor Andrew Stevens. Monty Cox, Unleashed, interview with animal wrangler Monty Cox. Oh, that's interesting. I'd love to hear animal wrangler stories from this film. Linda and the Animals, interview with actress Linda Day George. Fantastic. Something Was Out There, Day of the Animals 30 years later, and archival making of Day of the Animals featurette, as well as an audio commentary with actors Linda Day George and John Cedar, moderated by Evil Dead 2 co-screenwriter Scott Spiegel. Very cool. And then another audio commentary with Lee Gambin, author of Massacred by Mother Nature, Exploring the Natural Horror Film, which is a book I really need to get. I enjoy Lee Gambin's commentaries very much, and I love Animal Attacks, so it's ridiculous that I don't already have that book. I need it. Alternate opening title sequence, Something Is Out There. So you get to see a different title sequence that opened the film. And so that is Day of the Animals. And lastly, not Girdler. Instead, we have Joe D'Amato doing Jaws, ? This is one I actually did get to watch. I hadn't seen this until this release, and it is interesting, and it doesn't have anything in the way of features. It's like it opens with a group of boys having like a cookout on the beach. They're roasting weenies, and they're approached by an old man who starts talking to them about like a Native American talisman or something, and then they make a blood like oath, and then we flash forward to years later, and one of the guys is played by the dude who played Quint in Can't Buy Me Love, if you're a fan of that movie, which immediately I was like, wait, is that the guy from Can't Buy Me Love? I had to look it up. He's actually billed under another name, but it is definitely him. So that's entertaining, but he's the only guy that I recognize in this. It also has a grumpy sheriff, which I thought was very entertaining, but he wasn't in the movie quite enough for me. But the back says, in a career that forever raised the bar for everything from hookers, cannibals, and necrophiles to Ator, Emanuel, and Caligula, this long unseen chum bucket from producer-director Euroslee's master Joe D'Amato may be the most bizarrely entertaining anomaly ever. Shot on location in Florida, surf and Rome swimming pools, D'Amato combines 80s teen movie cliches and Native American mysticism with the stupefying dialogue, over-the-top performances, and shark footage that Bruno Mattei would later swipe for Cruel Jaws to create what Oh the Horror calls a weird, demented experience that begs to be discovered and embraced. A cast of local unknowns, along with inexplicably the 60s comedy team of Charlie Brill and Mitzi McCall star in this. So this is scanned in 2K from an original negative. I should look and see. Do these don't list the transfers. I think these are not necessarily brand new transfers, but don't quote me on those other two. But anyway, so yeah, this one is interesting, and I do think, you know, it could have used a little bit more actual shark attacks. Like, a lot of it is like people swimming, cutting to shark footage, cutting to bloody water, but no real shark. And it has a really protracted scene at the end where they're trying to trap the shark in a sunken ship, I think. But, you know, if you like shark attack movies, if you're a diehard fan of those, I really do think you probably owe it to yourself to get Deep Blood. It does go really well with Cruel Jaws. I do prefer Cruel Jaws by far to it. And then another one that I thought of that might go with this is something like Up from the Depths, you know, that sort of lower budget, lower tier Jaws-y kind of movie. But like I said, I'm a big Animal Attacks fan, and shark movies in general are kind of my bag. So I wanted to check this out. Joe D'Amato is not exactly my guy. So this, you know, if you know his films, you know kind of what to expect, more or less. But I do love this cover. That's a great cover, I think. But as I said, no features on this one. This is an all-region disc, as are Day of the Animals and Grizzly, all-region. And then I guess Santa Sangre is also all-region as well. So anyway, that is the April package for Severin Films. Just wanted to give you guys a look at it and let you know what you'd be getting if you are thinking of getting these. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.